Duplication. Who doesn't like duplication? Too bad it's nearly impossible in real life. Thanks for watching. However, duplication can occur in imaginary areas where the rules of physics and reality are ignored. These games include Minecraft, and more. Speaking of Minecraft, let's talk about the average duplication glitch on the biggest MMO server in Minecraft. First, a random player finds a way to create valuable items out of thin air. These aforementioned items can then be used to your advantage. Most of the times, the staff find out and come in to fix everything as quick as possible and then return to designing new cosmetics. A bunch of people lose their duped money. Then everyone forgets about it in 2 days. But in the aforementioned MMO server, which is called Hypixel Skyblock, there are tons of custom items. A lot of which have exploitable oversights. Meaning that there are dupe methods everywhere to be found. And as I said, this is just an average dupe. Some of the dupe fixes come with side effects. You can see some of these side effects today. But we'll get to that later. Some YouTubers get involved in these dupes, leading to about 930 people getting upset. One of these exploits led to about 5 trillion coins being created out of thin air, which is worth about $6.5 million USD of Skyblock gems. But just as we all thought we would not be surprised by all the insane stuff going on in Skyblock, about a week ago, a Hypixel Skyblock dupe method was somehow copyrighted. Now of course, I cannot show or explain the dupe method, and everyone involved in this dupe will remain anonymous. But why is it copyrighted? How did this happen? Today, we will be taking a look at the dupe method that got copyrighted. But first, let's talk about backpacks. They may seem like your average storage item, but they are capable of so much more. In a bad way. Besides being able to use them as a nice decoration around your island, you can use them to dupe anything you want. And they are perhaps one of the most exploited items in the game. While you may be thinking that you can directly exploit a backpack to dupe stuff, which aspiring YouTuber Hypixel did, there were some people with other things in mind. You can store a lot of backpacks in your inventory. Backpacks can store a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff means a lot of data. And too much data can lag the server. This idea was explored in many areas, including an island built by a guy called Next Dupe, which had a ton of hoppers and chests, which caused the server to crap itself. This idea was also explored in this video made by Tiquan, which referenced a stream that was streamed by Swavy, in which any lobby he went to started lagging due to the massive amount of stuff and the massive amount of backpacks he had. But why do I care about laggy lobbies? Because of this feature called the rollback. If a server gets too laggy, it will crash. When the server crashes, a rollback happens, meaning everything you did in the past few minutes on that server will get reverted. This can be a good thing or a bad thing. For example, if you got a super rare boss drop and the server rollbacked, that boss drop will be undropped. If you dropped an item and the server rollbacked, that item will be unlost. Do you see where I'm going here? When your lobby crashes, it only rolls back stuff on your lobby. So if you put something for sale on the auction house and then crash the lobby, the auction house would not be rollbacked, while your lobby would be reset to before you put the item in the auction. Which is basically a dupe. So while everyone might start whining when their lobby unexpectedly gets beamed, the dupers would get excited. Intentional lobby crashing has been the source of much interest for many dupers, and it has been the source of many dupes. Which brings us to today's topic, which just so happened to happen a few days ago. A new way to crash lobbies on your command was discovered. The Ender chest has a lot of storage space, and the greater backpack also has a lot of storage space. With this, you could fit a ton of items in the Ender chest to lag the server. The laggiest items are believed to be items with long lore descriptions, aka the salmon opal, and other stuff. But you can only put one of each item in a backpack. Then you do some other goofy stuff and the server crashes and rollbacks. And you know what that means. But instead of exploiting the crap out of it, one man got banned while trying it and said, "You know what, I am just going to upload the dupe method to YouTube." Which he did. and a few thousand people saw it. Now, you may be asking what was the point of that? He had just exposed the dupe method to the public, and the dupe might just get fixed faster. Dupers usually have two goals in mind: make money for themselves, or expose vulnerabilities in the system in order to get favor from the admins in the form of special items. But there is one objective that a few other dupers have: to take down Hypixel Skyblock and ruin the economy. This is usually the goal for people who are disillusioned with Hypixel Skyblock, and believe that it is their duty to ruin Skyblock. At the end of the video, the uploader asks for assistance to help ruin the Skyblock economy, and tells people to use the dupe glitch. Help me destroy this addictive piece of a game and ruin the economy. And let's just say, these calls did not go unanswered. Speaking of call, 5 billion people own phones. Therefore, my sub-goal is now 5 billion people. Can we hit this goal? So can you subscribe? Thanks. Back to the video. As I said, the call to destroy the Skyblock economy did not go unanswered, and by that, I mean the Horizon and Salsi1 joined the server and Hypixel crashed and shut down forever, and now Dream SMP is the #1 server. Except that didn't happen. So a third person came in to do the job. Meet this YouTuber called the Dupe Trooper. He believes that Skyblock is pay to win due to booster cookies, which are bought for real-life money, which also give a considerable game advantage. And you know what happens to servers that are supposedly pay to win. On March 20th, a person who wanted to stay anonymous, decided to give 8 billion coins of duped items to Trooper, so they could distribute them. So they distributed everything to poor people and everybody was rich and happy forever. But that did not happen. While most servers deal with a dupe by rolling everything and everyone back, Hypixel Skyblock has a different approach. Instead of having their player base of 40,000 people suffer from a rollback, they would just delete the profiles of anyone who had duped coins, and nobody else. This would get rid of all the duped coins, and no rollback was required. However, with 40,000 people playing, manually checking players for suspicious activity is going to be a pain. On the other hand, artificial intelligence feels no pain. They have no emotion, and will go to full lengths to ensure that Skyblock is secure. What could possibly go wrong with robots being allowed to automatically ban people? The Skyblock system keeps track of every exchange of items made between players, whether it's by dropping or trading or whatever. When the admins find a duper, they can track down every item they've distributed. When the system sees duped items being transferred to players, the system automatically bans everyone involved in the transfer, with no context at all. So while it takes care of most people who dupe, without having to roll back the entire server, it also bans a lot of innocent people who don't know that there's a dupe going on. Picture this. You are an innocent player frolicking in the flower fields, and somebody suddenly drops several thousand coins worth of diamond blocks on you, whether you like it or not. You have no idea how these were made, but who cares? You pick it up and sell it. A few hours later, you are automatically banned. You try to appeal, but the admins have no remorse. There are no take-backs, and no second chances. But you aren't the only one. After Duper Trooper distributed several billion coins, many of the people who received the money, but didn't know they were duped, were automatically banned shortly after. Which led to a lot of whining on the forums. After all the coins were distributed, the video simply ended, and the fate of the Duper Trooper is unknown. However, the Duper Trooper was not the only trooper who duped. A friend of stock present decided to dupe several plasma flux orbs, which were worth about 100 million coins each. I thought that was all, but then I got a not-so-anonymous tip from a guy called Bizarre Flipper. With the same ender chest crashing method, another duper, named Rabble, created several more billion coins worth of stuff out of thin air, spread across several alt accounts. This aforementioned stuff included a bunch more plasma flux orbs, and stacks of enchanted diamond blocks. Similar to Duper Trooper, Rabble was also interested in ruining the economy, so he decided to mess around a bit. He used a bit of some duped money to buy just a few stacks of hyper catalysts, which was enough to increase its price by 50%. He then proceeded to give out a few Hyperions, which were worth about $500 million coins each. After drop-kicking a level 100 legendary Griffin pet into the void, he decided to spend 100 million coins on some random guy's auction. There's probably more that happened, but at this point, you probably got the point. These dupers were causing a substantial amount of chaos. But after all the bans and coins and stuff, you would think that this had an impact on the economy. The answer is, nope. Despite the enthusiasm of people seeking to destroy pay-to-win, it is not enough to take down Skyblock. With trillions and maybe even quadrillions of coins already circulating around, a system that automatically bans most dupers, tens of admins trying to patch dupes, and tens of thousands of players playing every day, you cannot really do much. So you would think that a few days after the Duper Troopers video, that the dupe would fade out of memory and everything will be okay. But it didn't. After the admins patched the lobby crashing exploit, people began to notice something. Every GUI was laggy. Shift-clicking, or clicking too fast in general, would kick you out of menus and stuff. You now have to do everything in slow motion. Which made a lot of people complain about it. But you may be thinking, a little bit of lag isn't too bad. Wait, holy crap, did my backpack just delete everything in it? And the answer is, yes, the backpack just deleted everything in it. Because after the dupe was fixed, dragging items into backpacks has a risk of deleting the item forever. And we all know how admins deal with bug reports and reports of losing items to bugs. By not dealing with them. So while rich players casually lose hundreds of millions of coins worth of stuff to the backpack black hole problem, we will move on to the next dupe. While it is the goal of some dupers to destroy the Skyblock experience, others have another goal in mind. They know that they can't just destroy the entire economy by distributing stuff, so they will just keep all of the money for themselves. Many people find dupe methods very valuable, and they don't want dupes spreading throughout the community, so they can use it for themselves. People may seek to protect their dupes by simply not talking to anyone and duping in isolation, but sometimes, you have to go a step further. By copyrighting the dupe method. So you might be pretty confused right now. Copyright does not protect ideas, concepts, systems, or methods. On the other hand, videos can be protected by copyright. However, you may be thinking that dupes and videos are not the same thing, but you can combine them into a video showing a dupe, which you can then copyright. So how is this applicable? About a week ago, around the same time that the lobby crashing method was found, a person, who we will be calling John, discovered yet another way to dupe stuff. So then he recorded himself showcasing the dupe, which was probably the only video showing the dupe that existed. Now of course, you would not want this method to spread anywhere, so in case anyone got their hands on the video and tried to spread it, you can copyright your video and strike people who post videos of a dupe. Which was exactly what John did. So sometime in the middle of March, this guy, who we will call Bob, decided to expose the dupe method to the public, using YouTube. Of course, this was not good because a few more people became aware of the dupe, so shortly after, the uploader of the dupe video received a copyright strike, and the video was deleted as well, thus confirming that the dupe method video was indeed copyrighted, and the method was secured. Too bad it does not work anymore due to the Hypixel admins patching stuff up. But anyways, that's enough talking for now. There has not been much dupe activity recently, and it is unsure when the next wave of dupes will hit Skyblock. With that out of the way, shout out to the channel members. Speaking of members, join the channel for an exclusive Discord server. If you don't feel like that, you can always check out the other stuff I made. Goodbye.